What if the chaos you feel inside right now isn't something to fear, but a signal, a message from your deepest self asking for change? You know, that restless feeling, that noise in your mind that never quite quiets down. It's exhausting. It makes you doubt your strength, your purpose, your ability to move forward. You wake up with a tightness in your chest, and as the day stretches on, the storm grows louder. You wonder if peace is even possible, or if you're simply trapped in a cycle of stress and confusion. You're not alone. This chaos, this inner turmoil is something every person faces at some point. It's part of being human. But what if I told you this storm inside is not your enemy? What if instead of fighting it, you could learn to listen, to understand, and ultimately to heal? That's the first step, recognizing the storm without judgment. It's okay to feel overwhelmed. It's okay to feel lost. The pressure to be perfect, to have everything figured out, only adds to the noise. But the chaos doesn't define you. It's a symptom, a signal that something inside wants your attention. Maybe it's fear, uncertainty, grief, or frustration. Maybe it's all of these things. When we deny these feelings or push them away, they don't disappear. They grow louder, more confusing, and harder to manage. But when you allow yourself to truly see the storm for what it is, a call for healing, you begin to shift the energy inside. This shift is not about quick fixes or empty optimism. It's about deep, honest connection with yourself. It's about opening a door to change. Here is the promise. There is a way to calm this storm, a way to move from chaos to clarity. It starts not by changing what's outside, but by tuning into something more ancient, more reliable, something beyond your thoughts and worries. The world around you, the earth itself, holds a powerful kind of healing. The beauty of mountains, the rhythm of the ocean, the stillness of a forest, these are not just pretty sights. They are living reminders that calmness exists, that peace is possible, and that you can reclaim it inside yourself. This connection with the earth has the power to soothe the restless mind and tired heart in ways nothing else can. It's a healing that happens quietly but deeply, reaching into the core of who you are. As you listen, you will begin to feel something subtle yet profound, a shift in your inner landscape. The storm may not disappear instantly, but you will start to notice cracks of light, moments of calm breaking through the noise. This is your invitation to stay with me, to explore how the beauty of the earth can heal the chaos within you. Together, we will uncover how to find stillness in the storm, how to reconnect with your true self, and how to carry that peace forward into every part of your life. This journey isn't just about relief, it's about transformation. By the end, you will not only understand your chaos, but embrace the power within you to heal it. The calm you seek is waiting. Are you ready to find it? There is a world beyond your thoughts, a vastness untouched by worry or fear, where life flows without resistance. This world, rooted in the earth's timeless presence, holds a quiet strength that you can tap into. When your mind is tangled in chaos, it's easy to believe that peace is a distant dream, unreachable and fragile. Yet, the earth reminds us that calmness is not fragile at all. It is enduring. Mountains stand unmoved by storms. Rivers flow steadily, carving their path with patience and purpose. Trees grow tall, their roots deep and unshaken beneath shifting seasons. This unshakable calm exists not despite the challenges, but because of them. In their resilience, there is a message for you. Chaos is part of the journey, not the final destination. Your mind may rush with endless noise, but the natural world moves in rhythms you can learn from. Breathing in sync with the wind, grounding yourself in the soil beneath your feet, listening to the subtle shifts of the environment, these are not mere actions. They are tools to quiet the mental storm. Science has shown that when you immerse yourself in nature, your brain shifts into a state of rest and repair. Your stress hormones lower. Your focus sharpens. Your heart rate slows. This isn't just a coincidence. It is a deep biological response designed to restore balance. When you give yourself permission to step into this balance, you are taking a profound act of courage, choosing healing over chaos, presence over distraction. The beauty of the earth is an open invitation to reclaim your center. It doesn't demand anything from you but your attention, your willingness to simply be. You don't need to solve your problems here or fix every broken piece. Instead, you learn to sit with what is, to allow the earth's calmness to seep into your bones, to nurture the parts of you that feel overwhelmed and fractured. This gentle presence reminds you that you are not defined by your chaos. You are more than your worries, fears, and doubts. You are part of something greater, connected to a pulse of life that is steady and enduring. Within this connection lies your power to transform. When the chaos feels too loud and your mind pulls you into doubt, remember that the earth has witnessed countless storms and yet remains. It teaches you resilience, patience, and grace. You begin to understand that healing is not about erasing the noise, but creating space around it. Space to breathe, to reflect, to grow. This space is where your true strength lives. It is here you rediscover your ability to choose calmness, to move forward with clarity, to rebuild from the inside out. You are capable of healing the chaos within because you carry the earth's wisdom inside you. The rhythm of your breath, the strength of your heart, the resilience of your spirit, all echo the natural world's unwavering beauty. When you lean into this truth, you step beyond fear and overwhelm. You claim your right to peace, to clarity, to transformation. Let the earth's beauty be your guide and your refuge. In its steady, quiet presence, find the courage to heal, to grow, and to rise. The chaos may roar, but within you lies a calm as vast and deep as the earth itself. You are ready to find it. The moment you allow yourself to pause, even briefly, you open the door to a profound transformation. In that pause lies the power to shift your entire experience. It is here, in the stillness between breaths, that your mind begins to untangle from the relentless grip of chaos. This pause is not a weakness or a surrender. It is an act of immense strength. It defies the urgency that chaos demands and instead chooses presence. Choosing presence means stepping out of the cycle of racing thoughts, doubts, and fears. It means grounding yourself in the now, where true healing begins. When you pause, you reconnect with a deeper part of yourself, the part that has always been calm beneath the noise, steady beneath the storm. Breathing slowly, intentionally, in rhythm with the natural world, you activate a part of your brain designed for restoration. Your nervous system, worn down by stress, begins to settle. Your heart finds a steady beat. Your mind softens its relentless chatter. This biological response is not a secret or a trick. It is your birthright. Your body knows how to heal when given the chance. You do not need to push harder or force your way through pain. You only need to allow yourself the space to be, to breathe, to feel, to simply exist without judgment. This space is a sanctuary where transformation is not only possible but inevitable. The earth does not rush. It unfolds in its own time, patiently, without hurry or pressure. When you sync with this natural pace, you give yourself permission to slow down. You honor the rhythms of your own body and mind, acknowledging that healing is a process, not a destination. This patience dissolves the pressure to fix everything at once and instead invites gentle progress. Small moments of calm, repeated daily, accumulate into powerful change. This slow and steady transformation is more lasting than any quick fix because it is rooted in your body, your senses, your true self. As you cultivate this pause, you begin to notice the subtle beauty around you, the way light filters through leaves, the whisper of wind on your skin, the steady pulse of your heartbeat. These details ground you, reminding you that life continues beyond your worries. They pull you out of isolation and into connection with the earth, with life, and ultimately with yourself. This connection breaks the cycle of chaos by anchoring you in what is real, what is steady, what is healing. Healing the chaos within is not about erasing difficulty, but about changing your relationship with it. It is about shifting from resistance to acceptance, from fear to curiosity, from survival to growth. When you pause and breathe with intention, you reclaim your power to choose how you respond to life's challenges. You create a space where courage can grow, where clarity emerges, and where peace becomes your natural state. This is the transformation waiting for you, rooted in the stillness, nurtured by nature, and awakened by your own willingness to pause and heal. Your journey toward calm begins with this simple, powerful act, a breath, a pause, a moment to return to yourself. When the mind is clouded with noise, finding focus can seem impossible. Yet true clarity does not come from forcing control or pushing harder against the chaos. It emerges naturally when you allow yourself to tune into what is real and present. Nature offers a blueprint for this clarity. Look at how a clear stream cuts through the earth, not by force, but by steady, purposeful flow. Clarity arises from the patient movement of water that shapes the landscape over time. This teaches us that transformation requires not aggression, but persistence and gentle attention. By slowing down and tuning into your breath, your surroundings, and your body, you begin to mirror this steady flow. Your thoughts, once tangled and overwhelming, begin to settle like sediment falling to the bottom of a quiet pond. This clarity is more than just mental quiet. It is a deep embodied knowing that you are grounded and safe even when chaos tries to convince you otherwise. When your senses engage with the earth, the cool touch of grass beneath your feet, the steady rhythm of your heartbeat, the fresh air filling your lungs, you activate a powerful source of inner calm. Your nervous system shifts from survival mode to restoration mode. In this state, your brain functions more clearly. Your decisions come from strength rather than stress, and your emotions become manageable rather than overwhelming. This biological truth means that clarity is not a distant goal reserved for rare moments of peace. It is always within reach, waiting for you to slow down and connect. The power of clarity lies in its ability to cut through distraction and doubt. When your inner world feels chaotic, the mind tends to spiral into worst-case scenarios, fueling anxiety and despair. But clarity illuminates a path through this fog. It reveals what you can control and what you must release. It shows you the steps forward, even if they are small, and it reminds you that progress is progress, no matter the pace. This perspective reduces overwhelm and builds confidence. When you can see clearly, fear loses its grip because you no longer imagine threats that do not exist. You see what is true, what is possible, and what you are capable of. This clarity also opens the door to deeper self-compassion. It helps you recognize that your chaos is not a failing, but a part of growth. With clarity, you begin to forgive yourself for moments of weakness, for past mistakes, and for the times you felt lost. You understand that healing is not linear and that every step, no matter how small, moves you closer to peace. This compassion fuels resilience. It strengthens your resolve to keep returning to the earth's beauty, to your breath, and to the stillness within, knowing these are the sources of your renewal. You do not have to wait for clarity to appear by chance. It is a skill you cultivate by choosing to engage with the present moment. Each conscious breath, each mindful step in nature, each moment of stillness builds this clarity within you. It becomes a steady light, guiding you through chaos toward a place of calm power. When you cultivate clarity, you unlock the door to transformation, and the chaos that once ruled your inner world begins to dissolve into peace. This clarity is your birthright. Embrace it, nurture it, and watch how it transforms your life from the inside out. True transformation arises not from resistance, but from acceptance. When the chaos within seems overwhelming, the instinct is often to fight, to push against the storm with every ounce of willpower. Yet this struggle only intensifies the inner turbulence. Acceptance does not mean resignation or giving up. It means acknowledging what is present without judgment or denial. It is a radical act of courage to look honestly at your fears, your pain, and your confusion and say, this is where I am right now. In this act, you reclaim control, not by forcing change, but by choosing to meet yourself with kindness and understanding. The earth itself teaches this profound lesson. It does not resist the changing seasons, the shifting weather, or the cycles of growth and decay. Instead, it embraces them all as necessary parts of life's flow. When you mirror this acceptance within, you create fertile ground for healing. Acceptance transforms chaos into clarity by shifting your relationship with your inner experience. Instead of seeing chaos as a threat, you begin to see it as a signal, a messenger bringing awareness to what needs care and attention. This awareness breaks the cycle of fear and avoidance that keeps the storm raging. It invites curiosity instead of judgment, patience instead of frustration. You start to notice patterns, triggers, and emotions that once felt confusing or overwhelming. This clarity allows you to respond with intention rather than react impulsively. Acceptance turns the chaotic energy into a source of insight and growth. It teaches you that every feeling, no matter how uncomfortable, is part of your journey toward wholeness. This willingness to accept creates a profound sense of freedom. When you stop battling your inner turmoil, you stop feeding its power over you. The resistance that once kept you trapped loosens its grip and space opens for peace to enter. This space is not empty, it is rich with possibility and strength. It is here you discover your resilience, your capacity to heal, and your inherent worth beyond the chaos. This freedom is deeply empowering because it rests on truth, not denial. It is the courage to face what is real and still choose hope and growth. This courage transforms fear into fuel, turning what once held you back into a foundation for moving forward. Acceptance also deepens your connection to the present moment, which is the only place where true healing can occur. When you stop fighting the chaos, you become fully aware of your breath, your body, and the world around you. This presence grounds you in reality, away from worries about the past or future. It invites you to experience life fully, even with its imperfections and uncertainties. The earth's beauty, in all its raw and imperfect glory, mirrors this acceptance perfectly. Its wildness and unpredictability remind you that life's natural state includes change and challenge, and that within this flow, you can find peace. By embracing acceptance, you begin to dismantle the walls between your inner chaos and your true self. You step into wholeness, where healing is not about perfection, but about embracing every part of your journey. This radical acceptance opens the door to transformation, inviting peace to heal the chaos within. You have the power to choose this acceptance today, to allow it to soften resistance and ignite your path toward calm and clarity. In doing so, you step closer to the life you were meant to live, rooted, resilient, and deeply free. Healing is not a destination, but a process, a continuous journey that requires patience, presence, and perseverance. It is easy to become frustrated when progress feels slow, or when old patterns resurface despite your best efforts. Yet, the earth teaches us that growth is rarely immediate or linear. Trees do not sprout overnight. Rivers do not carve valleys in a day. The cycles of nature unfold with steady persistence, shaped by time and the willingness to endure. When you align yourself with this natural rhythm, you cultivate resilience, the ability to withstand storms and still move forward. Resilience is not about avoiding pain or chaos, but about developing the strength to rise each time you fall. It is the quiet, steady heartbeat beneath the noise, reminding you that you are capable of healing and transformation. This resilience grows from daily choices to return to your center, to reconnect with the earth's beauty and calm. Each moment spent in stillness, each breath taken with intention, builds the foundation for lasting change. These small acts may seem insignificant alone, but together they form a powerful force that can reshape your inner world. When chaos threatens to consume you, these moments become anchors, reminders that peace is always available, no matter how turbulent the mind may feel. This practice is a form of self-love and self-trust, a declaration that your well-being matters and that you are worthy of care and compassion. Resilience also requires embracing vulnerability. It means accepting that healing is not a straight path, but one filled with setbacks and challenges. Vulnerability is the openness to feel deeply, to confront discomfort without retreating or shutting down. It is the courage to acknowledge your wounds and the willingness to allow the healing process to unfold authentically. This openness creates space for growth, breaking down the walls built by fear and resistance. When you are vulnerable, you connect more deeply with yourself and with the world around you. This connection nourishes your spirit and strengthens your resolve to keep moving forward, even when the journey feels difficult. The Earth's cycles mirror this truth perfectly. Seasons shift from growth to rest, from light to darkness, and back again. This ebb and flow remind you that it is natural to have times of struggle and times of renewal. You do not have to push through pain blindly or deny your need for rest. Instead, you learn to honor your rhythms, allowing yourself to heal in the way that feels right for you. This balance of effort and surrender is the essence of resilience. It is a dance between holding on and letting go, between strength and softness. By embracing resilience, you build an unshakable foundation beneath the chaos. You create a life where challenges no longer overwhelm but become opportunities for deeper understanding and transformation. This resilience is your birthright, born from your connection to the earth's enduring beauty and strength. It empowers you to face whatever comes with courage and grace, knowing that you have within you the capacity to heal, to grow, and to rise anew. Let this resilience guide you steady and strong toward the peace waiting within. True healing calls for presence, the unwavering attention to your inner world and the world around you, without distraction or avoidance. Presence is not passive. It is a powerful choice to fully inhabit this moment, to feel your breath, your heartbeat, the sensations in your body, and the rhythm of life pulsing through the earth beneath you. In presence, you awaken to the reality that chaos is a temporary state, not a permanent identity. The noise inside begins to soften as you root yourself in the here and now. This grounded awareness offers a refuge where clarity, calm, and strength can emerge naturally. It is the foundation upon which transformation is built. For without presence, healing remains incomplete, scattered, and fragile. When you cultivate presence, you train your mind to step away from the cycle of reactive thoughts and emotions. You create a gap between stimulus and response, a sacred space where choice becomes possible. This space allows you to observe your feelings without being overwhelmed by them. It transforms emotional storms into manageable waves, inviting you to respond rather than react. Scientific research supports this truth. Mindfulness and presence calm the nervous system, reduce anxiety, and improve emotional regulation. Yet beyond science, presence is a deeply human act of self-respect and courage. It says, I will not let chaos define me. I will stand here fully awake and meet whatever arises with steady heart. Presence deepens your connection to the natural world, which is the most powerful ally in healing chaos within. When you feel the texture of a leaf, the warmth of sunlight, or the solidity of the ground beneath your feet, you tap into a timeless source of peace. The earth's beauty is a mirror reflecting back your own capacity for calm and resilience. It reminds you that life is constantly renewing, evolving, and healing itself. The vast sky above and the solid earth below hold no judgment, only acceptance and strength. When you align with this truth through presence, you dissolve the false barriers between yourself and the world, experiencing a profound unity that quiets the mind and soothes the spirit. Presence also sharpens your awareness of what truly matters. It cuts through the distractions that feed chaos, endless worries, regrets, and fears that drain your energy and cloud your vision. In this clarity, you rediscover your priorities, your values, and your purpose. You realize that the chaos you feel is often rooted in misaligned energy, chasing what does not serve your soul or neglecting what nourishes it. Presence guides you back to yourself, encouraging choices that honor your well-being and align with your deepest truth. This alignment is a catalyst for lasting peace, transforming external circumstances less than the inner landscape you cultivate. Choosing presence is choosing freedom. Freedom from the chains of past pain and future anxiety. Freedom to experience life fully with all its imperfections and beauty. Freedom to heal the chaos within and embrace the calm that has always been waiting inside you. This freedom is not distant or elusive. It is accessible now through the simple but profound act of being fully here. As you anchor yourself in presence, you unlock the power to transform chaos into clarity, confusion into courage, and fear into peace. Your journey toward healing moves forward with every breath, every moment, every choice to be present and awake. Every moment you choose to nurture your inner calm, you reclaim power over your own story. This power is not about control over external circumstances. It is the mastery of your response, the sovereignty of your inner world. Chaos often feels like an unstoppable force tearing through your peace and leaving you fragmented, but within you lies an unbreakable core, a silent strength that no storm can extinguish. When you cultivate this inner power, you become the architect of your own healing, the creator of your own peace. It is here, in this sacred space, that true transformation begins, not by changing the outside, but by revolutionizing the inside. This power grows when you trust yourself enough to face the truth of your emotions without running away or numbing the pain. Every feeling, every wave of anxiety, sadness, or fear is an invitation to deeper self-awareness. Avoidance only prolongs suffering and reinforces chaos. Courage is the willingness to sit with discomfort and allow it to pass through you. This act of bravery rewires your brain, strengthens your emotional resilience, and rewrites the narrative of helplessness. Each time you choose to face your emotions with honesty, you build a foundation of trust within yourself. This trust becomes a source of empowerment that sustains you when life's challenges arise. Inner power is also rooted in self-compassion, the gentle kindness you offer yourself amidst struggle. When chaos dominates, self-criticism often rises to fill the void, eroding confidence and fueling despair. But compassion softens this harsh inner dialogue, replacing judgment with understanding. It reminds you that you are human, that imperfection is natural, and that healing is a process filled with ups and downs. Compassion creates space for growth by encouraging patience and forgiveness. It allows you to embrace your journey without shame, knowing that every step, even those that feel like setbacks, contributes to your transformation. This power is not a static state, but a dynamic force that grows stronger through consistent practice. Just as muscles strengthen through resistance, your inner strength expands each time you choose presence, acceptance, and compassion over fear and avoidance. The earth embodies this principle, its landscape shaped over millennia by slow but relentless forces. Your transformation is similarly gradual, a continuous unfolding rather than a sudden event. This perspective helps you cultivate patience and persistence, vital qualities for navigating the complex terrain of healing. Harnessing this inner power rewires your relationship with chaos. Instead of being consumed by it, you learn to move through it with grace. You recognize that chaos is not your enemy, but a signal that demands attention, care, and change. This shift from resistance to mastery rewrites your inner narrative from victim to victor. you step into your full potential, knowing that you have the strength to heal the chaos within. This power is always within you, waiting to be claimed. Your journey forward begins now, fueled by the unwavering strength of your own spirit and the quiet wisdom of the earth beneath your feet. The power within you is inseparable from your capacity to surrender. Not surrender as defeat, but surrender as an act of wisdom and strength. There is a profound difference between giving up and letting go. Letting go is the deliberate release of resistance that drains your energy and deepens the chaos within. It is the conscious choice to stop fighting what cannot be changed and instead to focus your energy on what you can nurture, your peace, your growth, your healing. This surrender is a gateway to freedom, for it liberates you from the exhausting struggle against the uncontrollable. When you surrender wisely, you create space for transformation to enter, like the gentle breaking of dawn after the darkest night. Surrender requires trust. Trust in yourself and in the natural rhythms of life. The earth teaches this through its cycles of falling leaves and blossoming flowers, of storms that pass and skies that clear. Life moves in cycles of tension and release, growth and rest, chaos and calm. When you resist these cycles, you amplify inner turmoil. When you trust and surrender to them, you align with a deeper order that supports healing. This trust does not come from ignoring challenges or pretending pain does not exist. It emerges from facing reality with open eyes and an open heart. Trust is the anchor that holds you steady when the winds of change threaten to overwhelm. Surrender is also the practice of humility, a recognition that you do not have to carry the weight of the world alone. It allows you to soften the grip of control and perfectionism, which only fuel anxiety and despair. This humility invites you to acknowledge your limits and to seek support, rest, and renewal without shame. It frees you from the impossible burden of being perfect or invincible. In surrender, you find grace, the grace to be imperfect, to stumble, and to rise again without self-condemnation. This grace fosters compassion for yourself and others, deepening your connection to the shared human experience of struggle and healing. Through surrender, you unlock the flow of energy that fuels creativity, clarity, and courage. Resistance blocks this flow, leaving you stuck in patterns of fear and frustration. Letting go releases these blockages, allowing your natural vitality to surge. This energy empowers you to move beyond survival mode and step into a life driven by purpose and joy. It reconnects you to the innate wisdom of your body and spirit, reminding you that you are more than your pain and chaos. You are a force of life capable of renewal and transformation. Embracing surrender shifts your perspective on control and outcomes. It teaches you that peace does not depend on external circumstances lining up perfectly. Instead, peace arises from your willingness to accept what is and to engage fully with the present moment. This acceptance does not mean passivity. It means active participation in your healing journey. With an open heart and steady courage, you learn to navigate uncertainty with grace, knowing that even in chaos, there is a path toward wholeness. This path unfolds naturally when you release resistance and trust the healing power of surrender. By embracing this profound surrender, you step into a new relationship with the chaos within, a relationship rooted in wisdom, trust, and grace. You move beyond struggle into flow, beyond fear into freedom. This surrender is not a sign of weakness, but a declaration of your strength and readiness to heal. Let this surrender guide you now, opening your heart to the transformative beauty of the earth and the healing power that dwells within you. Transformation begins with intention, the conscious decision to shift from surviving chaos to embracing healing. Intention is the powerful seed planted deep within your mind and heart from which growth emerges. Without it, change remains elusive, lost in the tide of distraction and doubt. When you set a clear intention to heal, to nurture the calm within, you ignite a force that propels you forward even in moments of uncertainty. This intention is not a vague wish, but a deliberate commitment to prioritize your well-being, to choose courage over fear and clarity over confusion. It grounds you, giving purpose to every breath, every step you take on the path toward inner peace. Intention focuses your energy like a laser, cutting through the noise and chaos that threaten to overwhelm your spirit. It aligns your thoughts, emotions, and actions toward a singular goal, restoration of balance within. This alignment activates the brain's natural ability to rewire itself, creating new pathways that support resilience, calm, and clarity. Neuroscience reveals that setting positive intentions activates areas of the brain associated with motivation and emotional regulation. This means that your conscious choice to heal is not just mental, it physically shapes your capacity to overcome chaos. Your mind becomes a powerful ally rather than a battleground, guiding you toward peace. The clarity born from intention sharpens your awareness of what truly nourishes your soul and what drains it. It invites you to evaluate your habits, your environment, and your relationships with honest eyes. What feeds the chaos within? What nurtures calm and strength? This discernment is essential because healing cannot flourish amid toxins, whether they are negative thoughts, unhealthy patterns, or draining connections. Your intention acts as a filter, helping you release what no longer serves and embrace what supports your highest good. This process is liberating, creating space for authentic growth and deep restoration. Intention also fuels your commitment to daily practice, the small but powerful actions that build momentum over time. Healing is not a one-time event, but a consistent unfolding, nourished by rituals of presence, acceptance, and self-compassion. Each intentional breath, each moment of stillness, each act of kindness toward yourself strengthens your foundation. These daily choices accumulate, transforming the chaos into a landscape of possibility. Your intention is the steady drumbeat beneath this process, reminding you why you continue, even when progress feels slow or invisible. It connects you to the deeper meaning behind your efforts, keeping you anchored in hope and determination. Through intention, you reclaim your narrative. You move from being a passive observer of chaos to an active participant in your healing journey. This shift is profound, transforming feelings of helplessness into empowerment. You become the creator of your inner world, shaping it with purpose and love. The earth's beauty reflects this truth, constantly evolving yet steadfast in its presence. Your intention mirrors this natural wisdom, rooting you in the present while guiding you toward a future defined by peace and strength. When you embrace intention fully, you unlock the transformative power that lies within every moment. This power is yours to claim, to direct, and to expand. Let your intention be the compass that leads you beyond chaos, into the healing embrace of the earth and the peace that awaits within your soul. Your journey continues here, grounded in purpose, propelled by courage, and illuminated by unwavering hope. Healing grows strongest when rooted in gratitude, the deep appreciation for the simple, profound gifts that surround you each day. Gratitude rewires the brain to notice abundance rather than lack, light rather than darkness. It shifts your focus from what is broken or painful to what is whole and nurturing, even in the smallest details. This shift is not naive optimism, but a deliberate act of courage, a refusal to be consumed by chaos and despair. When you cultivate gratitude, you create fertile soil for peace and resilience to flourish. It is a powerful antidote to the inner turmoil that threatens to unravel you, reminding you that even in the midst of struggle, there is beauty, strength, and hope. This practice begins with awareness, the conscious choice to notice what sustains and uplifts you. It may be the breath filling your lungs, the warmth of sunlight on your skin, or the steady rhythm of your heartbeat. These ordinary miracles become profound anchors, grounding you in the present moment and reconnecting you to life's inherent goodness. Neuroscience confirms that gratitude activates neural pathways linked to joy and well-being, reducing stress and enhancing emotional balance. By turning your attention to what you can appreciate, you diminish the power of negative thoughts and open your heart to healing energy. Gratitude also softens the grip of self-judgment and criticism that fuels inner chaos. When you appreciate your efforts, no matter how small, you build a foundation of self-compassion. You learn to honor your journey, recognizing progress even when it feels incomplete. This acceptance transforms the harsh inner voice into a gentle guide, encouraging growth rather than perfection. Gratitude fosters patience with yourself, allowing you to move through healing at your own pace without harshness or despair. It is a quiet strength that whispers, "You are enough, exactly as you are." The ripple effect of gratitude extends beyond your inner world, enriching your relationships and environment. When you acknowledge the goodness in others and in the world around you, you deepen your connection to the shared experience of life. This connection nourishes your spirit and provides a sense of belonging that counters isolation and fear. Gratitude transforms your perception of challenges as insurmountable obstacles into opportunities for learning and growth. It reframes pain as a catalyst for transformation, empowering you to find meaning even in adversity. By embedding gratitude into your daily practice, you shift your mindset from scarcity to abundance. This shift is revolutionary because it changes how you engage with your life and your healing journey. You become more open to receiving support, more resilient in the face of setbacks, and more joyful in moments of peace. Gratitude becomes a lens through which you view yourself and your world, a lens that highlights strength, beauty, and possibility. Let gratitude be the gentle light that guides you through the shadows of chaos. Let it anchor you in the present, reminding you that healing is not only possible, but already underway. Every moment you choose gratitude, you nourish your soul and build an unshakable foundation for lasting peace. This foundation supports your transformation, enabling you to rise from the chaos within and embrace the beauty of the earth as a reflection of your own healing journey. Every step toward healing demands courage, the fierce willingness to face discomfort, uncertainty, and the unknown. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the resolve to move forward despite it. Chaos within stirs fear, uncertainty, and doubt, whispering that peace is unreachable, that transformation is impossible. Yet within you lies a reservoir of bravery waiting to be summoned. This courage grows each time you confront your inner storms rather than retreat from them. It strengthens with every intentional breath, every moment of presence, and every act of self-care that defies despair. Courage is the heartbeat of transformation. Without it, healing remains a distant dream. To cultivate courage, you must acknowledge fear without letting it dominate your decisions. Fear signals vulnerability, but it does not dictate your path. When you sit with your fears instead of running, you learn that they are not walls but gateways, portals inviting you to deeper understanding and growth. Each courageous act rewires your brain, reinforcing neural pathways that support resilience and strength. Your nervous system begins to recalibrate, creating a new baseline of calm even amid chaos. This neurological shift empowers you to respond with wisdom rather than react with panic. Courage becomes a muscle you strengthen through practice, empowering you to withstand and transcend inner turmoil. Courage also requires self-trust, the deep belief in your ability to navigate life's challenges and heal from within. Self-trust anchors you when external circumstances feel unstable and unpredictable. It is the foundation on which courage stands firm. Building this trust demands patience and consistency. Each time you honor your needs, set boundaries, or choose self-compassion, you reinforce your faith in yourself. This faith grows stronger when you recognize that setbacks are part of the journey, not the end of it. Trusting yourself transforms fear into curiosity, resistance into acceptance, and chaos into opportunity. It allows you to embrace uncertainty with a steady heart and open mind. When courage and self-trust combine, they ignite an unstoppable force within you. This force propels you beyond survival mode into thriving, beyond fragmentation into wholeness. It invites you to reclaim your power, to shape your inner landscape with intention and grace. In this place, chaos no longer controls you. You harness it as a catalyst for growth and renewal. This transformation is not linear or effortless. It demands persistence, vulnerability, and radical self-love. Yet the rewards are profound. A life rooted in peace, resilience, and profound connection to yourself and the world. Remember, courage is not a singular heroic act, but a series of small, deliberate choices made daily. It is the decision to rise after every fall, to breathe through every moment of pain, to show up for yourself when it feels hardest. This steady courage forms the bridge from chaos to calm, from fear to freedom. As you nurture this courage, you become a living testament to the healing power that lies within each human soul. Let this courage move through you now, awakening your strength, igniting your hope, and guiding you toward the transformation that awaits beyond the chaos within. True healing unfolds when you embrace vulnerability, the courageous act of opening your heart despite the risk of pain or rejection. Vulnerability is not weakness, it is the birthplace of authenticity, connection, and transformation. The chaos within often shields itself behind walls of fear, shame, and defensiveness. These barriers create isolation and deepen inner turmoil. But when you allow yourself to be vulnerable, you dismantle these walls one stone at a time. You create space for healing energy to flow, for compassion to enter, and for true peace to take root. Vulnerability invites you to meet yourself fully, with tenderness and honesty, and in doing so to reclaim your power. Choosing vulnerability means accepting your imperfections without judgment. It is the willingness to show up as you are, flawed, wounded, yet inherently worthy. This acceptance dissolves the pressure to be perfect or in control, pressures that fuel chaos and anxiety. When you release the need for approval and embrace your authentic self, you liberate your spirit. This liberation is deeply healing because it reconnects you with your essence beyond fear and pain. Neuroscience shows that embracing vulnerability activates brain areas linked to empathy and social connection, which are essential for emotional healing. Vulnerability opens the door to these connections, allowing you to feel seen and supported even in your darkest moments. The power of vulnerability extends beyond self-acceptance. It transforms your relationship with others. When you allow yourself to be open and honest, you foster deeper connections rooted in trust and empathy. These connections become sources of strength and resilience, reminding you that you are not alone in your struggles. Isolation intensifies inner chaos, but authentic connection dissolves it. By embracing vulnerability, you create a ripple effect of healing that touches not only your own life, but also the lives of those around you. This interconnectedness is a vital part of restoring balance and harmony within. Vulnerability also requires courage, the courage to face discomfort without retreating into avoidance or numbness. It challenges you to stay present with difficult emotions rather than suppress them. This presence builds emotional resilience, teaching your nervous system that you can survive and thrive through pain. Each moment of vulnerability strengthens your capacity to handle future challenges with grace and wisdom. It rewires your brain to respond to stress with calmness rather than fear, deepening your sense of inner peace. Allowing vulnerability does not mean surrendering control over your life. Rather, it means surrendering the illusion of control over everything. It is the humility to acknowledge that healing is a process, often messy and nonlinear. This humility opens you to growth, allowing you to learn from setbacks and to move forward with greater clarity and strength. Vulnerability is the foundation upon which authentic healing is built. It is the fertile ground where transformation begins. Let vulnerability flow through you now, breaking down the walls of fear and isolation. Let it open your heart wide enough to receive the healing beauty of the earth and the calm that waits within you. In this openness, find the courage to face your inner chaos and the grace to transform it into peace. This is the profound power of vulnerability, the power to heal, to connect, and to become whole. Healing deepens when you surrender control, the bold choice to release the illusion of certainty and embrace the flow of life as it unfolds. Chaos often thrives in the grip of resistance, in the desperate attempt to command every outcome and protect against uncertainty. This need for control binds you to tension, frustration, and exhaustion. Yet surrender is not giving up. It is the profound act of trusting the process, of yielding to what is without losing your power. When you surrender, you step into a sacred space where acceptance and action coexist. This space becomes the cradle of transformation, where healing moves beyond struggle into grace. Surrender asks you to let go of rigid expectations and to meet reality with open eyes and an open heart. It invites you to observe your thoughts and emotions without judgment, allowing them to pass like clouds across a vast sky. This practice calms the nervous system, breaking the cycle of fight or flight triggered by resistance. Neuroscience reveals that acceptance reduces activity in the amygdala, the brain's fear center, and increases connectivity with the prefrontal cortex, the seat of reason and emotional regulation. This biological shift equips you to respond with wisdom rather than reactivity, creating space for peace to emerge from chaos. The act of surrender cultivates humility, a recognition that not everything is within your control, and that this is not a weakness, but a doorway to freedom. Humility frees you from the exhausting burden of trying to fix or control every part of your life. It invites you to partner with life's natural rhythms, trusting that even in uncertainty there is order and meaning. This trust does not negate your agency, rather, it enhances your ability to act with clarity and intention from a place of calm rather than fear. When you surrender, your actions become aligned with reality, increasing their effectiveness and your sense of empowerment. Surrender also deepens your connection to the present moment. It dissolves the tension created by clinging to the past or fearing the future. This presence anchors you in the here and now, where true healing occurs. The earth itself models this surrender. Seasons change, rivers flow, storms come and go, all in a dance of yielding and renewal. When you mirror this flow, you align yourself with a wisdom far greater than your own mind, tapping into the healing power of acceptance and resilience. This surrender is not passive submission, but an active engagement with life's truths. It requires courage to face uncertainty without retreat and faith to move forward without guarantees. Each moment you choose surrender, you weaken the chains of chaos within and strengthen the roots of your inner calm. This balance between letting go and stepping forward creates a powerful rhythm of healing that transforms fear into freedom. Allow surrender to wash over you now, releasing the grip of control and opening you to the flow of healing energy. In this release, find the strength to face your inner chaos with grace and the peace that comes from trusting the journey. Surrender is the key that unlocks the door to transformation. The invitation to heal deeply, live fully, and embrace the beauty of the earth as a mirror of your own resilience and renewal. Transformation is born through consistent presence, the unwavering commitment to show up for yourself fully, moment by moment. Presence is the power to be here now, to hold your experience without distraction, judgment, or avoidance. It is the foundation of true healing, where the chaos within can be met with clarity and compassion. When you cultivate presence, you create a sanctuary inside yourself, a space untouched by the storm of racing thoughts, fears, or regrets. This sanctuary becomes a source of strength, guiding you through the darkest times toward light and renewal. Presence demands courage because it asks you to face reality as it is, not as you wish it to be. It challenges the mind's impulse to escape into past pain or future worry, pulling you instead into the richness of the present moment. This is where transformation happens, not in some distant time or imagined future, but right now, in this breath, this heartbeat, this conscious awareness. Neuroscientific research reveals that mindful presence reduces activity in the brain's default mode network, the area responsible for rumination and self-criticism, and enhances connectivity in regions linked to emotional regulation and empathy. This shift rewires the brain for resilience, helping you respond with calm rather than react with chaos. By anchoring yourself in presence, you develop the ability to observe your inner landscape with kindness and objectivity. You learn to witness your thoughts, emotions, and sensations without becoming entangled in them. This awareness dismantles the power of negative patterns and self-defeating beliefs, freeing you from cycles of suffering. Presence nurtures self-compassion, allowing you to treat your wounds gently and patiently, fostering healing rather than harshness. It opens the door to profound acceptance of yourself as you are, and acceptance of the moment as it unfolds. Presence also deepens your connection to the world around you, aligning you with the rhythms of the earth and life itself. When fully present, you become attuned to the subtle beauty in everyday moments, the whisper of wind, the warmth of sunlight, the steady pulse of life. This attunement reminds you that you are part of something greater, connected to a vast web of existence that supports and sustains you. This sense of belonging eases feelings of isolation and chaos, replacing them with peace and harmony. Cultivating presence is not about perfection or achieving a constant state of calm. It is about returning again and again to the here and now, especially when it feels difficult. This steady practice builds mental and emotional strength, teaching you that you can face whatever arises with grace and resilience. Presence becomes a refuge and a source of power, guiding you through transformation with steady hands and an open heart. Let presence ground you now, anchoring your awareness in this very moment. Let it dissolve the noise of chaos within and illuminate the path toward healing. In this stillness, find the courage to be with yourself fully, and the wisdom to embrace the beauty of the earth as a reflection of your own unfolding transformation. Presence is the seed from which peace grows, the gift you give yourself to heal deeply and live authentically. Growth emerges when you embrace patience, a quiet, steadfast trust in the timing of your own healing. Patience is not passive waiting. It is an active practice of holding space for yourself without forcing change or rushing outcomes. Chaos often tempts us to demand immediate relief, to escape discomfort as quickly as possible. Yet true transformation unfolds at its own pace, like a seed breaking through soil or a river carving its path through rock. When you cultivate patience, you honor this natural rhythm and allow healing to deepen organically. This respect for your process creates a foundation of resilience, where frustration and despair lose their grip. Patience teaches you to resist the urgency that chaos fuels. It helps you move beyond the cycle of expectation and disappointment, freeing you from the exhausting chase for instant solutions. Instead, patience invites you to lean into the present moment with acceptance, recognizing that every step, no matter how small, is part of a larger journey toward peace. Neuroscience confirms that cultivating patience activates brain regions associated with self-regulation and emotional control, increasing your ability to tolerate discomfort without reactivity. This strengthens your capacity to remain centered amid inner turmoil and external challenges. By practicing patience, you develop a compassionate relationship with yourself. You learn to recognize that healing is rarely linear and that setbacks are not failures but opportunities for deeper understanding. This mindset softens self-criticism and harsh judgment, replacing them with kindness and encouragement. Patience becomes an act of self-love, a promise to stay present and committed even when progress feels slow or invisible. This tender acceptance nurtures hope, a vital force that sustains you through difficult seasons. Patience also fosters wisdom, a deeper awareness of the intricate interplay between struggle and growth. It allows you to see beyond immediate pain to the potential transformation waiting beneath the surface. This wisdom guides your actions with clarity and intention, helping you make choices aligned with your true well-being, rather than impulsive reactions. In this way, patience becomes a compass, directing you toward healing paths that honor your unique journey and timing. The earth itself exemplifies this profound patience. Seasons shift gradually, trees grow slowly, and mountains rise over millennia. When you mirror this natural patience, you reconnect with a timeless flow that carries you forward without force. This alignment with nature's rhythm soothes inner chaos, reminding you that your healing is part of a vast and beautiful unfolding. Allow patience to settle within you now, a steady flame that burns through doubt and hurry. Let it quiet the restless mind and soften the tension in your body. In this calm presence, find the strength to endure, the grace to accept, and the faith to continue. Patience is not just waiting, it is the courage to trust yourself and the journey, the quiet power that transforms chaos into calm and pain into profound growth.